Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go back.
That was quite the movie. Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side, and based on a real story.
Based on a real story, and this lady that's joining us now, Stephanie Britt, when she first saw it, thought it might be about her life.
Yeah, really, Stephanie. Good morning. I'm so glad you're joining us via Skype right from your home in Savannah. And when you see this, by the way, online at hisradio.com, you will notice that Stephanie is decked out in Seattle Seahawks this morning.
Woohoo!
For a very special reason. And why would that be?
Yeah, we're leaving Thursday to head out there to see Demarcus in the Super Bowl. So we're super excited, and we've been supporting the Seahawks for the past couple of months now since he got traded from the 49ers over to the Seahawks. So it's been a cool ride.
I'm sure it is. Now, you are mama to Demarcus Dobbs, but you're kind of like the Blind Side story, only a whole lot better, I think.
You know, I'm not his, obviously his mama. His mom has passed, and so I'm sensitive to that. But I am blessed that he looks to me to be his mom since then. And it's been really great to see a kid that came from such humble beginnings and unfortunate circumstances that when you think about a kid being unloved and unwanted, and a kid that had never played football until his freshman year of high school, who by all accounts, my husband says, stunk. And to see that, he played for 4 short years in high school, went on to play at Georgia. And this is his 4th NFC championship in 4 years in the league. So this mama is super, super proud of his determination and his fight. And, the kid made it. And so I think that just makes my heart swell with pride.
How did you and Demarcus get connected in the first place?
Actually, it's just a crazy God thing. I know it sounds really crazy, but I was asked to do a benefit at the Bethesda Home for Boys here in Savannah to help raise money for the school. So I'm a cheerleading coach, so I went to do a cheerleading camp for the day there, and all the proceeds would go back to the school. And while I was there, I saw him and a group of guys playing a pickup basketball game, and he was hanging from the rim and just laughing and had just such a charismatic spirit, giant, beautiful smile. And so I inquired why this young man wound up in this boys' home, because he seemed so easy to love. And when I learned that he and his brother had been, bounced around foster home to foster home, and the dad was in prison at that time, and just really, really sad. And the lady went on to say, who was head of school at the time, that he was her smartest resident, but that school only went through 8th grade at the time. So I was like, wow, this great kid with this brilliant mind is only going to have an 8th grade education. And that just really got me. So I called my husband, who at the time was a principal at a Christian school here in Savannah. And I was like, you got to come see this kid. He's only going to get an 8th grade education. I think Calvary, as a Christian school, should take him in as a mission of the school. Come give him a talk. And my husband met him and spoke with the administration there and was like, yeah, this is something we need to do as a Christian school, to give this kid an education and bring him in and love him. And everyone thinks that because my husband is also a football coach, it was about football. But Demarcus had never played football. And at the time we met him, he really wasn't even big. So it wasn't about that at all whatsoever. It was just, and then he said, Coach, can I be on the basketball team? And so my husband was like, I'm sure we can work that out. And he started going to school at Calvary, was I think the 2nd black student to go to that school. And at that time, the only black student. So also we were like, this is the real world. How can you have a college prep education without experiencing people from other backgrounds and races? And immediately when he started going to Calvary, he was the hero, just like the kid on the Blind Side. Everybody loved him. And so after he came back from the summertime, he had hit puberty and really grown. And my husband's like, so what you think about, trying some football? And he's like, I've seen it on TV, Coach, And so I don't know if you've seen his interview, but I didn't even realize it. His freshman year, he blocked our own punt. He didn't know what he was doing. And my husband was telling him to back up, and he backed up and blocked our own punt. So he was horrible. And my husband was like, he's terrible. He's pitiful. He's lazy, And I kept, give him a chance. Be nice to him. And so by his junior year, he had really developed into something special on the football field and starting getting interest from big schools. And I guess the rest is history, really.
It sure is. And now in the Super Bowl.
And you're going to be there.
Yeah, we did you know that 2 years ago he went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers?
Awesome.
So in 4 years, my husband says he is the luckiest man on the planet because in 4 years he's played in 4 NFC championships, and this will be his second Super Bowl. But when we went with the Niners, remember the lights went out?
Yes.
And of course they didn't come out on top. So this year we're super excited about Seattle going, and we're hoping for the big win.
I think it is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
I know, Seattle's going to take this all the way, especially for you guys. You kind of deserve this.
Do you really think? I have a hard time. I think we have been given, we're so blessed to be where he's at. And I don't feel like we need a win is deserving at this point. I just thank God that every game, my prayer is that he's safe. And after every game, I tell him how proud he is, and I remind him he doesn't have to play football. The minute he decides that he doesn't need to play football, I love him the same. We are just as proud. Playing football or not, winning or losing is really irrelevant to me.
Boy, what an inspiration you are. Stephanie Britt, who is Demarcus Dobbs. How would we call it? Because you said, I'm really not mom, but how do you refer to yourself?
Mom.
Mom, okay. Goes Demarcus Dobbs' mom. Proud Seattle Seahawks fan now all the way to the Super Bowl. We'd love to catch up with you maybe in Seattle at some point, too, when you're there.
Yeah, that would be great. You got my Skype handle now, so now I'm really cool and have that. So you guys can give us a call, and you can see Coach Britt. He might be more fun to talk to than me because I don't know anything much about football. But if you want to give us a Skype or give us a call, and maybe even get Demarcus on, I'd be happy to.
That would be awesome. We'll definitely catch up with you then. Thank you so much, Stephanie. We appreciate the time this morning.
No, thank you very kindly. You guys have a great day, and go Seahawks.